Ladies and gentlemen, today we're diving into a machine so classy, so rare, that even modern luxury campers would politely step aside and say, "Sir, please, you go first." This is the 1937 Packard Motorhome, a rolling piece of history that looks like it just drove straight out of a black-and-white movie. Probably with a jazz band playing somewhere in the background and a politician promising things he'll never deliver. And before we go deeper, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because where else will you see a vehicle that costs more today than your neighbor's house, but still smells like 1937 ambition and slightly expensive gasoline? Now let's rewind to 1937. The United States was still recovering from the Great Depression. A brand new house cost around $4,100, a car about $760, and gasoline was just 10 cents per gallon. Sounds like a dream, right? Until you realize the average annual income was about $1,780. So yes, everything was cheaper, except money itself. Packard, based in Detroit, Michigan, was already known as a luxury automaker. Founded in 1899, the company built a reputation for elegance, precision, and vehicles that made you feel like you owned half the city, even if you were just driving to buy bread for 9 cents. But during the economic crisis, Packard had to adapt. In 1935, they introduced more affordable models, including the Packard 6, priced under $1,000. It was a bold move, and it worked. Sales exploded, with over 65,000 units sold in 1937 alone, more than half of Packard's total output. Now here's where things get interesting. Somewhere along the line, someone looked at a Packard chassis and thought, "You know what this needs? A home. Not just a car, not just luxury, but a full motorhome." And that's how this one-of-a-kind Packard Motorhome was born. Not mass-produced, not sitting in every driveway. This was a custom creation, likely built for someone who didn't just want to travel. They wanted to arrive. Fast forward decades later, and this very motorhome was discovered in a barn in San Bernardino, California. And not just any condition, it was preserved like a time capsule. Protected from weather, dust, and probably curious relatives, it survived in remarkable originality. Under the hood sits a 6-cylinder flathead engine, simple, reliable, and surprisingly resilient. With only about 40,000 miles on the odometer, it's barely broken in by classic car standards. The engine required just a little encouragement to come back to life, like convincing your friend to go out on a Monday night. It resists at first, then suddenly it's fully committed. The engine is mounted at the front, paired with a manual transmission that delivers power to the rear wheels. It's not about speed, it's about smooth, confident cruising. Back in 1937, this setup was considered refined and dependable. The chassis is built on a sturdy frame designed for durability, with suspension tuned for comfort over long distances. Remember, this wasn't just a car, it was a motorhome in terms of size. While exact dimensions of this specific motorhome conversion are not widely documented, a typical Packard 6 sedan from 1937 had a wheelbase of around 115 inches, 292 centimeters. With the motorhome body, this vehicle would have extended significantly, likely surpassing 18 feet 5 meters in total length. It's not compact, but it's not meant to be. It's a statement on wheels. Fuel consumption, let's just say efficiency, wasn't the main priority in 1937. But with gasoline at 10 cents per gallon back then, nobody was complaining. Today, filling it up might feel like paying rent, but at least you're doing it in style. Step inside this Packard motorhome, and we immediately feel the philosophy of a different era, an era when luxury wasn't about screens and software updates, but about materials, proportions, and presence. Timmy once said he wanted a minimalist lifestyle, then brought 6 bags of snacks into a 2-seat car. The layout reflects early motorhome thinking, practical, but with a touch of class. Everything has its place, and nothing feels accidental. Large windows allow natural light to flood the cabin, giving it an airy feel despite its vintage structure. It's not trying to impress with gimmicks, it impresses by simply being well made. Even the way the doors close has that solid, reassuring sound, like a bank vault. Or Bob locking his house because he thinks drones are spying on his sandwich. In today's market, this Packard motorhome occupies a rare and almost untouchable position. It's not competing with modern RVs packed with electronics, nor with minimalist van conversions chasing social media fame. Collectors and enthusiasts see something like this and immediately understand its value. It's not about mileage or horsepower, it's about authenticity and story. The fact that it was discovered in a barn in San Bernardino, California, preserved in such remarkable condition, only adds to its mystique. There are whispers and near legends surrounding classic Packards, and this motorhome fits right into that narrative. Period advertisements often highlighted Packard's engineering excellence, with phrases like, "Ask the man who owns one," suggesting a level of satisfaction that spoke for itself. Owners reportedly described the ride as smooth and dignified, the kind of experience where even a short trip felt important. Before we talk numbers, we have to acknowledge something. This vehicle represents a bridge between two worlds, automotive luxury and mobile living. It does so with grace, without trying too hard, and without losing its identity. Back in 1937, a Packard 6 started at around $795, positioning it as an affordable luxury option compared to other Packards. Adjusted to today's value, that's roughly equivalent to around $17,000, $18,000. Due to its one-of-a-kind nature, exceptional preservation, and historical significance, offers for this particular vehicle have reached well into 6 figures. Today, a unique mint-condition Packard motorhome like this could realistically command between $120,000 and $200,000 depending on provenance and buyer interest. And honestly, it deserves it. This isn't just metal and rubber, it's memory, craftsmanship, and a quiet kind of greatness that doesn't need to shout. Huge thanks to our channel sponsors, the legends who support this madness and make it possible to keep telling these stories. Without you, I'd probably be reviewing shopping carts and calling it urban mobility. And finally, a little advice. If you ever find a vintage motorhome in a barn, don't ask too many questions. Just smile, nod, and take it home. Worst case, you get history. Best case, you get a 6-figure conversation starter.